we will change. Or is subtype means, suppose overridden method declares IO exception. Subtype of the exception declared by overridden method. So overridden method declares IO exception, overriding method declares UOF exception. UOF exception. So that is also valid. That is also allowed. Now how does it make sense? Now tell me, as per this code, whatever I have written in main, is that correct? Or there is some problem in that? Whatever code I have written here, based on that, I have written some code in main. So the code which I have written in main, is that fine or that has got some problem?
Fine, sir.
It is
Fine,
fine.
sir.
So we can write
Fine, sir. Valid.
exception in catch.
We can? Yeah. So first of all, think from compiler point of view, compilation point of view. For compiler, ref is of base. Display will be checked in base. Is it there? Yes. Accessible? Yes. It declares IO exception. So we should either handle or declare IO exception. We are handling. So compiler is perfectly okay with that. Now during runtime, subclass method will be called here as per this code. Subclass method, if subclass method gives UOF exception, can we handle it? Yes, because अपना catch जो है वो IO exception. Parent can catch child. Parent can catch child. Okay. If base class method gets called, यहाँ पे अगर base लिखा, तो base class method will be called. If base class method gives IO exception, are we ready? Yes, we are ready. So once again, we are ready from all point of views. That's how this rule makes sense. That's how this rule makes sense. And now finally, overriding method cannot declare checked exception not declared by overridden method. So two examples I have given in that code snippet. One example is overridden method declares IO exception, overriding method declares exception. This is not valid. यहाँ पे error आएगा, error will come. So this will not compile in the first place. But now we have to discuss why this rule is made. तो उसके लिए we have to assume if this is allowed, what would be the side effect? If this is allowed, what would be the side effect? So for that we have to assume that this is allowed. ये allowed है. We have to assume that. So we will see now what can be the side effect of that. Just tell me now, whatever code I have written here, based on that, is my main function correct or my main function is wrong?
Wrong.
From the compiler point of view, from the compiler point of view.
Wrong.
So subclass has throws exception.
See,
Just one correction. It is right. Correct.
just one
Main
correction.
method is right, but
Compiler point of
in subclass there is a exception which is a parent of IO exception. So it will not be. It will not compile.
Child cannot catch parent.
It will compile.
No,
एक
we
minute,
cannot
एक minute.
declare.
You all please understand that the fact is this code, ये code है ना, ये particular code, it will not compile. but we are just assuming that it will compile. अपने को side effect देखना है उसका. Side effect क्या है? If it is allowed, what is the side effect? उसके लिए discussion करें. So for the time being, we are assuming that this is allowed. Based on that, my question to you is, whatever code I have written in main, is that correct?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
No, sir.
Yes, sir. It
So,
is.
क्योंकि वो catch
Yes,
accept
sir.
नहीं कर पाएगा exception को.
अरे
if subclass throws exception,
अरे
At
वही
runtime,
assume
then
कर रहा है
at
कि
runtime.
there is no catch block for exception.
If you are
At
assuming.
runtime there will be problems, sir.
Okay. ठीक है, सुनो अभी. What compiler will do? For compiler, this is, we are first of all assuming that this is allowed. ये जो लिखा है, it is allowed. We have to assume that. If it is allowed, so what is the side effect? यहाँ पे for compiler, ref is of type base. Compiler will check display in base. It is there. Is it accessible? Yes. It has declared IO exception. So you must handle or declare IO exception at least. So we have handled IO exception. Okay, done. अभी program चला execution पे. During runtime, content of ref is sub. If that gives exception, are we ready? No. Can IO exception catch exception? No. Can child catch parent? No. So that will fail during runtime. That will fail during runtime. That should not happen. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए runtime पे. That should not happen. That is why compiler will stop you here. That is why compiler will stop you here. IO exception cannot catch exception. So that will be the side effect if this code is allowed. If this highlighted code is allowed, what side effect we can get during runtime is ref.sub. Ref contains sub. So sub method gives exception. We cannot catch that. That is a side effect. So compiler has anticipated that it may happen during runtime, and based on that, it stops us here. Based on that, it stops us here. Remember, we discussed that Java is robust language because most of the things are checked at compile time, and compiler gives you compilation error for that. So at least it is better than runtime error. Is that point clear? So this rule makes sense.
So अगर catch में exception class लिखा तो भी चलेगा ना?
Yeah. I was expecting that question. मैं expect ही कर रहा था. Now here some people argue that यहाँ पे IO exception नहीं लिखा, exception लिखा तो अच्छा यहाँ पे exception लिखा तो first of all from compiler point of view सोचो ref base का display will be checked in base. Yes, it is there. Public, it is accessible. It has declared IO exception. So you must declare IO exception or you must handle or declare IO exception. But you have handled exception much better. Done from compiler. Now during runtime, ref ka content sub. If it gives exception, are we ready? Yes, we are ready. But that is in case of a programmer who has written exception. That is in case of a programmer who has written exception यहाँ पे. The programmer who has written IO exception उसका क्या? उसका कोड तो रन नहीं होगा ना. So it does not happen that programmer who has written exception उसका कोड रन होना चाहिए. The programmer who has not written exception, who has written IO exception उसका कोड रन नहीं होना चाहिए. ऐसा तो नहीं है. Rules are made after considering all the scenarios. I told you last time. In Java, rules are made after considering all possible scenarios. So argument correct है, but ऐसे नहीं है. Even if you write, compiler will stop you here itself. So इसके बारे में सोचना ही नहीं. We are just discussing because we have to discuss side effect of that. You will not come to this level if you make any mistake over here. So compiler will stop you here itself. Is that point correct? Clear? Yes or no? अभी पूछा था ना exception, किसने पूछा था?
Yes, sir.
Clear है ना? हाँ.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Ah.
Can we say that the exception we are declaring in the subclass, it should be like same or more? ऐसा कुछ?
नहीं, same
no?
और सब टाइप, मोर नहीं, सुपर टाइप नहीं, सेम और सब टाइप. That we saw in B point, na? This is point number CA. Point number B says overriding method can declare same check exception declared by overdone method or subtype of it. यहाँ पे क्या किया है? Overriding method has declared super type of overdone method. Super type of check exception declared by overdone method. So that's not allowed. Why it is not allowed? We have discussed the side effect of it. Okay. In this point, one more example can be taken. That is, this is also wrong. What is wrong in that? Overridden method has not declared any check exception, and overriding method is declaring IO exception, which is a checked exception. So that is wrong. So once again, we can discuss if it is allowed. If this is allowed, suppose, what can be the side effect? Now here, first of all, try catch is not required. You will agree with that, correct? Because for compiler, if this is allowed, तो क्या होगा? For compiler, ref is of type base. So ref.display, display will be checked in base. Is it there? Yes. Is it accessible? Yes. It has not declared any check exception, so you don't have to handle or declare anything. During runtime, the content of ref sub, if that gives IO exception, are you ready? No, it will fail. So that should not happen. That's why compiler stops you here. Compiler stops you. Okay. So that way we have discussed all ABC rules, their syntax and the meaning of that syntax. Not only just rules, we've seen syntax also and with explanation also. So the same way you have to revise. So this way we have finished with all 4 rules of overriding. Now in my next Viva, I will expect all 4 rules from you. Whenever I ask question, overriding rules, you will have to explain all 4 rules.